When does a table become more than a table? When it's the center of attention, of course. Tables are more than just a place to put your used coffee mugs and newspapers. They are also a focal point that can bring your living room looks together like nothing else. Of course, this is only the true when they are done properly. The more cups, papers, and others things you can use to hide the horror beneath when they are done badly, the better. But what factors should you think about when selecting a living room center table? Are there any materials in particular that you should avoid? Is there anything you should avoid? What about the design? Is it better to have a square table than a round one, or should you go with a trendy triangle table? A table that is not the right size for its surrounding, no matter how pretty it is, will look odd. A center table essentially works to anchor a room by filling the gap created by the rest of the furniture in your living room. In a large room, a small table will appear lost. In a small room, a large table will be overwhelming. Examine your current furniture arrangement and take a long look at your living room. Measure the exact size table you will need by eye or with a measuring tape, whichever works best for you. Take advice and leave a space of 12 to 18 inches between the table and the sofa, and 20 to 30 inches between the table and the TV stand, fireplace or other fixtures and fittings as a general rule of thumb. While we are on the subject of size, keep in mind that we are not just talking about width and length. The height of a table can have a significant impact on its overall appearance, not to mention function. You will quickly regret paying more attention to the table's glossy finish than its dimension if it's too high or low. Choose a table that is either the same height as your sofa cushion or no more than 2 inches lower to keep things balanced. When it comes to designing the ideal living room, there are no hard and fast rules. No two people are alike, and no one should feel compelled to follow someone else's arbitrary taste and style rules in their own home. However, there are certain things we all want and need in our homes, one of which is balance. Look for a table that will balance out your existing pieces to keep your living room from feeling off key. If your sofa is short, squat, and almost completely level with the floor, look for a table that is slender and a little leggy according to your personal needs. In contrast, if your sofa has supermodel like legs, look for a solid table with no legs or short, chunky ones. Some people may require a table to store their television remote controls, others may require one to store their belongings. If you want to play board games on it, or if your child wants to draw on it, you should not buy a small round table. Similarly, if you are looking for a sturdy storage solution, a delicate glass fronted sphere might not be the best option for you. Consider exactly what you require and purchase accordingly. A center table purpose is to anchor a space, bringing disparate pieces of furniture together to form a unified whole system into your living room. But it won't be able to do so if its style clashes with the rest of the space. A glass table will look completely out of place in a traditional classical style living room. An elaborate wooden affair from the 19th century, on the other hand, has no place in your sleek modern minimalist living room. Consider the textures, colors, and overall styles you have used throughout the room before selecting a table that will easily blend in it. A wooden table is a classic, but don't limit yourself to wood if it does not suit to your taste. If you have a mid-tone colored wooden floor, you should avoid it entirely. There are so many different types of materials available that listing them all would be impossible. Marble, glass are some of the most important popular material to choose from, although remember to avoid glass and anything with sharp edges if you have kids or are particular other things. If you are a shy, reversed person, you will have to get used to the fact that adding a center table to your room makes a statement. It's up to you and your choice of material, color, and so on what kind of statement you want to make, but it will be a statement nonetheless. It is impossible to call a coffee table discreet. That even a self-assembled coffee table can be a statement for your room, no matter what or where it comes from. Anyone walking into your living room is going to have some kind of view or interaction with your furniture. What may appear or unremarkable in your mind will always leave an impression on your guest and even on you when you interact with it in any way. No matter how small a center table have a big impact. Choose your material, style and size carefully and you will not only by adding a very functional piece of equipment to your room but you will also be adding a stunning focal point that will tie rest of your space together perfectly.